Hello guys, welcome to my video on quantity estimation of retaining wall and brushed wall. In this video, we are going to follow a step-by-step process to find out the quantities for stone masonry walls. Okay, this video is being made on the request of one of my subscriber who was asking about how to calculate the quantity of stones, sand and cement for a stone masonry retaining wall or a brushed wall. As you guys know that stones, sand and cement all together made up a retaining wall or a brushed wall. At the end of this video, you will be able to calculate the quantities of these three items for any type of retaining wall. So before we start our today's topic, if you are new to my channel, you are requested to please subscribe to it and don't forget to press the bell icon to get video updates. So let's get started. First of all, let's have a look on the given or available data. Let's assume a scenario that we have a retaining wall whose length is 25 meters and the height of that retaining wall is 6 meter and the bottom width of this retaining wall is 3 meters and the top width of this retaining wall, which is represented by small b, is 60 centimeters, or you can say 0.6 meter. So this is the scenario. For this wall we are going to calculate the quantity of stones, quantity of mortar. As you guys know that mortar is a combination of cement and sand, so we will also calculate the quantities of cement and sand for this retaining wall. Okay, so let's proceed. Step number one. The step number one is to calculate the volume of masonry. Okay, to calculate the volume we will need to find out the area. Okay, let's have a cross section of the retaining wall. As we have already discussed, the bottom width is 3 meter, top width is 0.6 meter and height of this retaining wall is 6 meters. Now to find out area, we will divide this cross section into two portions. As you can see over here, one portion is rectangular and the other portion is triangular. Okay, we will find out the areas separately for these two portions. So area of rectangle will be height multiplied by width. Okay, as the width is 0.6 meters and height is 6 meters, and so simply the area will be equal to 3.6 square meters. And now to find out the area of a triangle, so the base will become, as you can see over here, the total bottom width of a retaining wall is 3 meter, and if we subtract this 0.6 from 3 meters, we will be left with 2.4 meter, which will become the base of this triangle. So this is actually right angle triangle, and the area of a right angle triangle is equal to half times the base multiplied by height. You will get the area of a triangle, which is 7.2 square meters. And now by summing up these two values, we will get the total area of this cross section of a retaining wall, which is 10.8 square meters. Or you can simply use this formula for a trapezoidal section, which is a plus b times h divided by 2. This is area for trapezoid. Okay, now what is a is actually the top width of the wall and b is the bottom width of the wall and 6 is the height of the wall. By simplifying this, you will get total area 10.8 square meters. As you guys can see over here, the same results has been obtained by different methods. Okay, so you can use either of this method. Okay, so guys, as we are trying to find out the volume of a masonry and area has already been calculated for this wall, now we are going to calculate the volume. As we know that volume is equal to area times length, and area has already been calculated on the previous slide, which is 10.8, and the length of this wall is 25 meters. Okay, so the total volume will become 270 cubic meters. Okay, and step 3, there are sub steps in step 1. Okay, and this is step number 3 in step number 1, that is volume of masonry. Now we are going to calculate the quantity of stones in kg and tons. For this, you guys must know the density or unit weight of stone, which is 2300 kg per cubic meters. So by multiplying this volume, as you can see over here, the volume is 270, multiply it by density of the stone, you will get the weight in kgs, okay, which is 621,000 kg. Okay, now to convert it into tons, divide this value by 1000, you will get the weight of stone in tons, which comes out to be 621 ton. Okay, the story is not over yet. You will have to calculate the wastages. As you guys know that if you are making stone masonry walls, you will have to break its corners to adjust it in the wall. Okay, so there is a lot of wastage which is considered to be around 25%. Okay, the wastage is around 25%. So the 25% of this volume will become 67.5 meters. So we will add this value into this volume, we will get 337.5 cubic meters, which means that for this type of retaining wall, as the given data has already been discussed, we need 337.5 cubic meter of stone. And if we talk about the weight, the similarly 25% wastage will be added. In this we will get 776.25 tons of stone will be required for such wall. Okay, now the volume of masonry has been calculated, the weight of stones in kgs and tons has been calculated. Now move towards the second step, which is quantity of mortar. Okay, as the volume of masonry has already been calculated, which is 270 cubic meters, and for common estimate we assume that mortar makes up about 20 to 30% of total volume of masonry. Okay, it is between 20 to 30% of total volume of masonry. So volume of mortar at the rate 25%, we will get 67.5 cubic meters. It's mean that if a wall have a volume of 270 cubic meters, then the mortar value will be 67.5 cubic meters at the rate of 25%. If you guys look at this range, which is 20 to 30%, it basically depends upon the ratio we are using for mortar. It could be 1:3, 1:4, or 1:6, depending upon the conditions and specifications provided. Okay, now let's proceed. As the volume of mortar at 25% is 67.5 cubic meters. Now you guys must keep in your mind that this is wet volume. We will need to calculate the dry volume, as cement and sand are mixed in dry conditions, then water is added. Okay, so we need to convert this volume into dry volume, which is equal to wet volume times dry constant, and for mortar the dry constant is 1.33. now if you multiply this value by 1.33, you will get the dry mortar volume, which is 89.75 cubic meters, and the ratio of mortar for stone masonry could be 1:3, 1:4, or 1:6, depending upon the conditions, importance of the structure and specifications provided to you. Okay, so in this video we are going to use this ratio, which is 1:4 for calculations. So now to calculate the quantity of cement, we will use this simple formula, which says that cement part divided by total parts. As you can see over here, this one is for cement and this 4 is for sand. Okay, the cement part is 1 and the sands part is 4. So putting in the formula, the cement part 1 divided by total parts, which means sum of ratio 1 plus 4. So by simplifying the value, we will get 17.95 cubic meters of cement will be required for this wall. As we already know that cement is not available in cubic meters, whereas it is available in number of bags. So to calculate the number of bags, you must know the density of the cement. So to get the weight of the cement, we will multiply this volume with density of the cement. We will get the weight of the cement, which is 25848 kgs. Now to convert this weight into number of bags, we will divide this value by 50, whereas 50 is the weight of one cement bag. So by dividing the value which we have obtained over here by cement bag weight, we will get the number of bags, which comes out to be 516.96, or you can say 517 bags will be required for this wall. Now coming towards the calculation of sand, as the volume has already been calculated, which is actually the dry volume, okay, by multiplying it by dry constant. Okay, we got the value 89.75 cubic meters, and the ratio we have assumed over here is 1:4. By using the similar formula, which is sand part divided by total part, and the part of sand over here is 4. Okay, now putting the value 4 divided by sum of ratio and multiplying it by dry volume, we will get the quantity of sand in cubic meters, which comes out to be 71.8 cubic meters. So similarly, to convert it into weight, we must know the density of the sand, which is 1600 kg per cubic meters. So now to get the weight of sand, we will multiply this density with this total volume of sand. We will get the weight of sand in kgs. So it comes out to be 114,880 kg of sand. So guys, we have calculated each and everything required for a stone masonry retaining wall. That's all for today. For similar videos, you are requested to please subscribe to the channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to get video updates.